What if I told you there was a country in West Africa where spirits still walk amongst the living? A floating village where life exists entirely on water, a place where people worship snakes as if they were gods, and ancient traditions that never disappeared. Welcome to Benin, a country known as the birthplace of voodoo and once the largest slave port in human history. But in this series, we're diving a little bit deeper, investigating the origins of voodoo, visiting a floating village hidden on water, coming face to face with sacred rituals, and uncovering history that still shapes this country today. Because sometimes the places in the world that are misunderstood the most have some of the most powerful stories. Welcome to Benin.
Good job, Lord. You're doing good.
Now, since I knew absolutely nothing about Benin and very few people spoke English here, I knew I had to call in some reinforcements. Meet Massoud, the founder of Letouriste BJ Travel and Tours. He helps travelers from around the world experience Benin and other African countries the way most tourists never do. But this time, he's giving me inside access to one of Africa's most unknown and misunderstood countries.
Welcome to Benin.
Hey, man, I appreciate
the place
you.
to be, man.
This is the place to be.
100%.
We gonna see, man. We gonna see you got something in store for me. Once Massoud picked me up from the airport, we made our way to the city of Cotonou. While it isn't the capital Benin, it's easily the most visited and the country's main hub. After a short 15-minute drive, we arrived in a beautiful boutique bed and breakfast called La Villa St. John. Tucked away in a great location, this spot immediately felt like it was a perfect place for me to start my journey. If you're looking for a reliable, comfortable stay in Cotonou with a great atmosphere and convenient location, this is definitely a place you want to check out. When it comes to like the people in Benin, the city, or in Cotonou, like what's the vibe here? Is everybody laid back, chill?
Very calm people, not aggressive, people don't fight, very cool and calm.
There's something about Benin that just feels different. A place filled with history, mystery, and stories that most people have never heard, and later, I'll come face to face with that mystery through voodoo and a floating city unlike anything I've ever seen. But first, I had to understand Cotonou. As we drove through the city, one of the first things that I noticed was how clean it felt. Wide roads, organized streets, and calm energy that immediately caught me off guard. It wasn't what I expected, but it was a great first impression. From there, we stopped at a local market where I tried some sugarcane juice, and I'm not gonna lie, it was some of the best juice that I ever had. But as I started to feel the vibe of the people of Cotonou, I quickly realized something else. West Africa is different. One thing I noticed right away was how expensive things were. From the flights just to get here to the cost of living, once you arrive, it adds up quickly. So I had to ask Massoud myself, can the local people afford to live here? Would you say that it's like affordable here for people to live, like off the wages that they make?
They can't be in Cotonou downtown, they gotta leave perhaps in the outskirts, maybe 21 hour away from Cotonou.
Got you. As we continued through the city, we made our way to one of Cotonou's most important symbols, the statue of Dahomey. And as I stood there, I started to realize this trip wasn't just about exploring a new country, but it was about uncovering a story.
We're currently at the Amazon Square. Right in front of you, you have the Amazon Monument. It stands about 30 meters high, ranking it as the second tallest monument in Africa. The story behind is basically it represents, the female warriors of the Amazon of the Kingdom of Dahomey. Today is Benin Republic, but it used to be, the Kingdom of Dahomey. Back in the days, we had kings. So during the reign of the second king, called Akaba, he had a twin sister. And in Benin, back then, the base is believed that, whatever treatment you give to the king, to one twin, you have to give the same to the other. And so when he passed on, tradition and custom compelled that the sister takes the throne. You get it? But then again, men, they don't want to be ruled by a woman. So she was not too sure, of her own security. And reason why, she started building around her the female allied group of Amazons. So she trained these females, went to trainings, they became strong enough, and they were basically her, closest security guards. So they used to go to battles, and they won several battles. They were really strong, courageous, and so determined.
You were saying about the Woman King, the movie.
The movie was inspired exactly. The movie was inspired by that. But then, of course, in the movie you get to see some Hollywood elements.
Oh, yeah.
It's not all the gist that's actually 100% accurate.
Yeah.
But then, of course,
we gotta add some. Americans, bro. We gotta add a little sauce.
That's right.
As we continued through Cotonou, we came across something that instantly caught my attention. A massive mural wall stretching further than I expected. But this isn't just art. This is actually the longest mural wall in West Africa and became a canvas for artists all over the world. Each section tells a different story. Some paintings reflect Benin's past, honoring tradition, ancestors, and the powerful kingdom of Dahomey. Others capture the present, showing everyday life, modern culture, and the energy of the country that continues to grow. And then there are pieces that look toward the future. Bold colors, new ideas, and visions of what Benin is becoming. What I love most about this wall is the consistent evolution. New artists come here, add their voice, and leave their mark, turning this entire mural into a living timeline of Benin itself. And as I stood there looking at these murals, it became clear that Benin isn't just a place with history, it's a place with the past, present, and future, all existing in one wall.
This part of the mural is called the Unity Wall. It's basically conveying the message, irrespective of your background, irrespective of your religion, we are all one as humans, right? You'll notice, you have the Buddhist, you have the Jew, you have the Muslim, you have the Christian, you have the traditionalist, all holding hands, right under the globe. And of course, you have the map of Benin right here.
The reason I like this is because it's just something completely different.
Right.
Whenever I tell people, or whenever I even research about West Africa, you don't see anything like this,
Right.
So just coming here is like a breath of fresh air. I definitely didn't expect this one.
Right.
All right, guys, we are back in the room after a cool first day. We went to see all the tourist sites in Cotonou. Tomorrow is about to get hectic, man. We're going to do some stuff that I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous about. I don't know how to feel about it, For those of you guys who don't know, Benin and all the countries surrounding this coast is known as the Slave Coast. So there's a lot of deep-rooted history that'll make you mad, history that'll make you sad. So we're going to see all that tomorrow. And we got some surprises coming up for you guys, man. We seeing you tomorrow. Let's go.
All right, man. First stop on today's tour is one of those crazy stops, man. It's literally history, and it's not the best history that you would want to hear. All right, bro, so where are we at right now?
Gate of No Return, which is actually the last stage among the 6 different stages regarding the slave route. The first stage, which is basically the market of slavery, where they used to sell them. Second stage is the market house. We'll be able to see it afterwards. The third stage is the tree of forgetfulness. You had the men circumambulating around it 9 times and the women 7 times in order to make them forget their identity, their customs, their traditions. Then you have the 5th stage, which is the mass burial ground, where they used to bury the dead ones and the sick and frail. They used to bury them alive, which is quite awful. And then you have the 6th stage, which is the last stage, the Gate of No Return. If you look at it closely, it symbolizes an arch, and this is the way they used to tie them all the way down to the coast. Then once they get to the coast, they had smaller canoes that took them to the bigger ships. They used to have them walking all the way down from Abomey, the royal city, where they used to be sold off, right? And we're talking about almost 130 kilometers. They kept them walking. By car is 2 hours and 30 minutes drive. and they got them walking at night in utter darkness. So when they used to come out, some go blind, they defecate on top of themselves, they leave the horrible, phase of their stage. Remember we spoke about the tree of forgetfulness being the third stage on the other side. On this side we have the tree of return, but it wasn't meant to be a physical return. It was much more, a spiritual return. The slaves, their spirits returned back home. And therefore the king, he planted a tree of return, symbolizing their return. On the right, you have a duplica. It symbolizes the last sheep that left to the Americas.
Yo, this is crazy. This is, look how beautiful it is, though. Look how beautiful this is. And realize that I'm standing on grounds right now of blood, murder, rape, and just forceful. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even really got too many words. This shit is an atrocity. It's just a weird feeling, an eerie feeling, if you will.
After leaving the door no return, we traveled to what felt like an eternity away. The paved streets, gone. The buildings disappeared, and even the cell phone service vanished. All that remained were dusty back roads and people walking quietly along the roadside, watching us pass. The further we drove, the more the silence grew and the more nervous I got, because this wasn't just another stop. This was where I would witness one of Benin's most sacred traditions, the Zangbeto. The Zangbeto are traditional voodoo night guardians in Benin, believed to be spiritual protectors that patrol villages after dark, watching, guarding, and enforcing order where humans cannot. Now, if you visit Benin, you can find Zangbeto ceremonies made for tourists. You can book online, show up, watch a performance, buy souvenirs, and leave. But the one I was headed to was far from it. This was the real thing. In fact, it was so real that to even gain access, we had to stop and pick up a local from the village, because without him, we wouldn't be allowed in. After picking him up, we drove another 20 minutes deeper into the unknown, until eventually the road ended, and in front of us was a river. And stretching across that river was a long, narrow, man-made bridge, leading to a remote village hidden from everything. As we crossed, the air felt different, heavier, quieter. When we arrived, the locals were already waiting. They didn't smile, they didn't wave. They just stared. Then the question came, why are you here? After a few tense moments, they allowed us in. As we walked through the village, every eye followed us. Even my tour guide, Massoud, was getting looked at like an outsider.
When he initially approached you, what was he saying? Like, oh, this is my friend?
Yeah, like who's this guy? Because
Okay, got you.
one person.
Got you.
And that's when I knew. This wasn't staged, this wasn't planned. This was real. Then we turned the corner and walked into a small house. Inside, a shrine covered in blood, a man holding a machete, and a chicken. And that's when I knew. Shit just got real.
Ils vont faire une cérémonie à la divinité de Zangbeto. Est-ce que ça t'intéresse d'assister?
C'est-à-dire?
Ils vont tuer un poulet.
Non.
Tu veux pas?
Bon, je sais pas, je vais lui demander à lui.
Mais ça fait partie des rituels.
Ouais, mais d'habitude, moi, je fais pas ça. Tu comprends?
Oui, c'est ce que je dis. C'est
Oui,
pour ça
je vais lui demander si lui...
Il va...
So before doing the main dance, there's a part where they slaughter chicken,
Excuse me, what did you just say?
I don't know if you want to see that. I mean, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
All right, man, I guess they're gonna slaughter a chicken. God, I just ask for protection, dear Lord. Just please. Mom, if you're watching this, I'm still a Christian, you know what I'm saying? So please, I'm gonna give 20% tithes and offering. I'm gonna give 20% tithes and offering. This is real deal. Can't believe my life, bro. Like, can't believe what I be doing. Comment ça va? Comment ça va? All of this footage is gonna be on my Patreon because I'm not gonna be able to put it on YouTube. I can already tell. Oh yeah, they really finna slaughter this chicken, gang.
Moi, je parle anglais. Moi, mon anglais est un peu. Donc, ce qu'on veut faire là, il faut qu'on lui explique.
What they want to do basically is to slaughter the chicken to the deity, for them to be able to do the ceremony, the Zangbeto dance.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a voodoo ceremony.
Yeah.
So before they bring out the Zangbeto itself, they need to slaughter.
Okay, as long as I don't have anything on my skin or anything like that. Tell them.
Pour que la danse soit organisée, avant de tuer l'animal, il y a un cola qui est là, et ce cola c'est toujours pour le mettre au fond de sa tête.
No, il veut pas.
Il ne veut pas. Ok, je vais les expliquer.
Right. I told them they're not gonna. They want
Yeah.
you to, but it's
Yeah, for somebody else, fine.
Alors, let me ask you, tu as fini, hein? Elle a mis kumba, non mais t'as mis ton coup.
Oh shit.
After the chicken was sacrificed, they took the blood along with the feathers and placed it onto the shrine. Now, from what I'm told, this wasn't a random act. This blood was believed to activate the shrine, which is an offering meant to call upon the spirits and give permission for the Zangbeto to appear. And honestly, I was a little freaked out because in this moment you realize this just isn't a performance. This is something deeply spiritual that they truly believe in and something they've been practicing for generations. They had to do this ritual in order to bring out the Zangbeto. Once they finished with the shrine, we walked over to the common area and that's when it got even crazier. But honestly guys, this felt like a magic show in Vegas. I was looking everywhere, under the Zangbeto, in the Zangbeto, and I still couldn't figure out how they were doing this. Obviously something is in the Zangbeto, but I couldn't figure it out. So this is where I thought I finally had it figured out. I knew someone had to be inside, I just didn't know how. Then one of the Zangbetos suddenly stopped spinning and a few men stepped forward and slowly began removing the top layer. And right there, I thought I found the trick. I was thinking, okay, this is where they have to reveal the person inside. But then something happened that completely threw me off guard. Another Zangbeto appeared. This one even smaller. And unless they had a midget in the village that I didn't see, there was no way possible something was inside of here. And then they poured what looked like the spiritual potion over it, almost looking like they were activating it to bring it back to life. And until this day, I still can't figure it out. You guys can make your assumptions in the comments and let me know what you think, but I was there the whole time, watching closely and looking at every possible explanation. And honestly, it was incredible. And just when I thought it was over, they took it one step further. To prove that there wasn't someone inside, they removed all the material from the Zangbeto, and when everything came off, there was absolutely nothing there.
What the fuck did I just witness? I literally saw a chicken with his head cut off. Literally, like no fucking jokes. What the fuck? Now I'm walking back over a man-made bridge in the middle of West Africa, leaving a village. They're still going. Y'all know y'all hear that. This is... YouTube's taking me a lot of places, man. And there's some places that you just never forget. I'll never forget what I just saw. And I couldn't even record a majority of the stuff that they was doing. I may not know what's going on, but I do know what I do need to do right now. Give me about a second. Dear Lord, we just come here today asking you for your blessings, dear Lord. Just know that I am still a child of God, and I am God-fearing to the Almighty, dear Lord. Pray, cleanse my soul, forgive me for my sins, and that's it, big guy. That's all I got for you. I'm still rocking with you, baby boy. I'm still rocking with you, but in the sake of content, please forgive me for I have sinned. Anyways, back to the video.
If you get there before I do, come for to carry me home. Tell my friends I'm coming too. Coming for to carry me home. Swing low.
All right, guys, right now we are at the Python Temple. And everything here in Benin is symbolic. It has meaning to it. These people aren't just doing this just because, but we're about to get the true meaning of who worships the snakes, pretty much.
The python of this temple is sacred. This is the royal python. The python, they have no venom, no teeth. They are harmless. And the people who worship the pythons here, they are called Hueda. They have 10 scarification. But two here, two here, two here, two here, two here.
So this is for purification before we touch the snakes. And now we get the pythons.
Ready, huh?
Let's go, let's see.
Okay, let's go. Got this. Here you go.
Shit. Oh, fuck. Easy, buddy.
All good, bro, all good.
All right, cool. I'm gonna act like I'm calm. I gotta establish dominance. You know? She's like, here. Just touch it, bro. Yeah. Hey, yeah, easy. Oh my goodness, y'all. I
saw your dominance.
You know? Lay down. Nobody say a word. Okay. That's enough. All right, man. So we've done a lot. And it's we've done a lot, and it's only, what, 3 o'clock, man?
So after visiting the sacred temple of pythons and witnessing the powerful voodoo rituals in Ouida, it was time for us to see something completely different. A place not built on land, but entirely on water. It was time to visit the incredible floating village of Ganvie, a village where boats replace cars, where life moves with the rhythm of the water, and thousands of people have lived for generations. Ganvie is often called the Venice of Africa, but honestly, it's something even more unique. Because here, schools float, markets float, hotels float, and everyday life happens entirely on water. And as soon as we were approaching the village, I realized this wasn't just another destination. This was one of the most unique places that I had ever seen in Africa.
And it's crazy. If you look right here, there are 3 ladies and they are rowing. Now the difference is you have somebody on a motorboat like that with a motor, but then right here you got 3 ladies rowing, and it takes about 45 minutes. Safe to say this is just a whole different world. Like, I mean, these people literally canoe 45 minutes. If you take some of these kids and put them on a row team, like, bro, they'd be killing everybody. I know. So right there, guys, you can see they got a house here for people who are fishing and they're tired. They want to get a little rest. Pull up right there, dock, get an hour nap. All right, so we were at the gift shop at the lake, right? Hear ye, hear ye.
Mind your head, dude.
Was date, generally in Africa, we drove down 3 times.
Okay.
Damn.
That's a little too.
Actually, that's a little.
We pour some, right? Yeah. Pour some for the dead homies. 1.
That's too much.
Hey, for somebody not drinking. I don't think you should be worried about that. All right, man.
Okay.
Not that bad. Okay. I've had way worse. Yeah. It's good.
Okay. Generally, each house look like that one, and they have 2 big rooms. And the parent gonna live in 1 rooms, and the child in 2nd rooms. And 5% of the villages have TV. At one time, we don't have electricity, and people use panel solar. But since 2022, the government are bringing electricity come. When we are inside the place, you're gonna see some cable pipelines. It's for the electricity. And to cook here, people use firewood. Here is a restaurant where the tourists come order food to drink. That's why we have the gas. Normally they use fire.
Okay, this is the kitchen right here.
Yes, this is the kitchen. You know, they use the big tas to protect the fire with the plants. And the firewood is not contact direct with the plants. So they taught how to work on the land.
To teach children how to walk on the land.
Okay. And so obviously the main dish is fish here?
Yes, it's fish.
Yeah, fish. Or I see you got some chickens here too.
Yeah.
So y'all are pescatarian. That's what they call it. We're in a pescatarian community. Straight fish over here. Couple of goats and chickens. This is artificial right here, man. So it's not that deep, but as you can see, they built these houses obviously by themselves because it's not that deep, and they put artificial land here so they can teach the kids how to walk on land because they're born on the sea. This is a different world, bro.
Indeed, brother.
Hey, man, y'all see this right here? Y'all make sure to go tap in, man. Y'all make sure to go tap in, because, man, this is one of the best tours I've been on. I'm still a little scared about earlier. from the sacrificial lamb, or chicken, if you will.
Brother, you know, I live in my own island.
So they literally, all of this, if you see anything with land, so to speak, dirt, tires, it's all artificial land. They brought this in here. I mean, look at how they make this right here. Walking into the hotel. This is where the action happens. This is one of the most self-sufficient places that I've ever seen. Everybody is working, building houses. Everybody is doing something. As the night started to fall, I found myself wondering, what do people do here for fun? Most of the videos that I saw online only focused on the voodoo culture and the dark history of slavery. But there's got to be more to Benin than just that. Surely there was some 24-hour voodoo juke joint hidden around here somewhere, right? That's when I hit up my guy from Nigeria management. He originally moved here to slow things down a bit, but since Nigeria is only a couple of hours away, he told me he goes back almost every other weekend. He said he could show me a few spots around town, but warned me, since it wasn't the weekend, things would probably be pretty calm. All right, man, we are outside, man. I got picked up by the one and only management. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
How you feeling, man?
I feel good.
I saw him on the YouTube channel, so I hit him up on Instagram. Y'all gotta check his Instagram out. It's going crazy right now. And where are we going right now, bro?
I'm going to Auto Crazy. Kind of club kind of thing, though.
Got you.
It's chilled, you know.
Gotcha. And where you from?
I'm from Nigeria, my brother.
I mean, Nigeria is chaos. What's it like living here?
Living here is kind of peaceful, man. It's peaceful and, you know, it's kind of chilled, man.
Yeah,
no stress.
A slow vibe.
Yeah, slow vibe. Just slow.
Man, you drink?
Yeah, 100% I drink, man.
My nigga.
I be got out of Monaco. Be the form of the one like a blue Hamilton. Tryna get it number one. Push out of the same vision. Live. Louis Vuitton's everywhere. Put off in that wagon, had to set sail.
All right, man, we are leaving the club right now. It's about 1:30. We are about to go to a speakeasy real quick. We're not gonna stay here long because I got an early morning. We gotta show y'all some dope stuff tomorrow. But I'm gonna show you guys the speakeasy. Check it out. All right, guys, this is really day 3, but we'll say it's day 2 of Benin. We are in Cotonou. Where are we going today, man?
Today we're going to Porto Novo, the capital city of Benin.
Okay.
It's also a colonial city, you know, much history, much heritage. Then we go off to Ajara. That's where we have the Black River, which is a must-do.
One thing about the people in Benin is that everything is so intentional with historic reasoning behind what they do. For example, when we went to go visit the Black River, which is a home to around 69 villages with around 500 people in each one, we were told that in this specific body of water, people were not allowed to use speedboats because the river is considered sacred. And when people travel through here, they're meant to slow down, focus on nature around them, and be at peace with their surroundings. And honestly, as we move quiet through the river, you can feel the difference. When we met our tour guide, I initially thought he was someone who worshipped the pythons because of the scars on his face, but he quickly told me otherwise.
What is the meaning of the scars on your face?
This is mean that I'm Nago people from Nigeria. So this is not with the people serving python, it's Nago. And if you are walking and you miss a road to come back to house and people find you, you know that this is people that from trap and to know where you from.
As soon as we stepped off the river into the village, you could feel this sense of calmness, unlike anything I had experienced before. And then we met one of Benin's most famous artists, someone who has done exhibitions all over the world. Being the hustler that I am, I even tried to strike up a deal with him so we can make some profit, and honestly, I think he was interested.
Tell him I'll take him to New York if he gives me half. If he gives me half of what it's worth, what we make, yeah, we partners. I'll take him.
Il va t'amener à New York si tu lui donnes la moitié de ce que vous vendez. Ah ben ça y est.
Let's go. I understand that. Yeah. I understand that. Yeah, let's go.
After meeting the artist, we went deeper into the village to see how everyday life works. Seeing how palm oil was made completely organic and traditional, this is just a way of life that's been done this way for generations. Even the houses were handmade, taking around 1 month to build and lasting over 100 years before they collapse. I even got a chance to test my skills as a basket weaver, but let's just say I'll stick to being a YouTuber. And once it was time to leave, I even got a chance to drive the boat back to the mainland. And trust me when I say it's way more difficult than it looks.
I can't steer. Oh shit. Here, take it. All right. I need more lessons. As you can see, we need more lessons on driving. I'm glad I didn't drink. Yeah. Safe to say that they learned this from 5 years old. So that's why I was looking terrible. But they do it with ease. And if you go to the market that we were at yesterday, there were 5-year-old kids rowing, doing this with ease, man. So all that weightlifting ain't nothing. All right, man, my time is almost coming to an end here in Cotonou. I just want to say big, huge shout out to you and everything you've done, man. You literally made this trip 10 times better. Usually, I'm always figuring it out on my own, bro. I'm just like, man, I land, I put my bags down, and then I hit the street. But having someone experienced like you is super dope. Quick couple of questions, man. What's next for Benin, and what do you see? I know this is the fastest growing market in West Africa, so what do you see is next, man?
All right. Well, before telling you what's next and what's yet to come, it's been absolutely my pleasure sharing Benin with you. It's been 3 cities that we've done together, Cotonou, Porto Novo, and Ouida, and it's been absolutely a pleasure, sharing. We're looking forward to having you come and having the word come, because, Benin is the place to be. What's next for Benin, just as you said, is the fastest growing tourism economy in West Africa. Safe, very safe place to be, very clean. We got the culture, we got the heritage, we got the landscapes, we got the vibes. You can't miss out, man. You have to come. We have the Voodoo Days coming back again. Got the We Love AF Festival. There's a Festival of Mass coming in August. So peak periods, yeah, you have to note down. There's August, there is December and January. You definitely cannot miss out. If you need anything, you'll have the link right below to our different socials. Follow letouriste.bg, follow Benin Now, and of course, man, you gotta subscribe to Lord Williamson channel. He's doing it, man. He's killing it, man.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Pleasure, buddy. Pleasure, man. Pleasure, fam. Pleasure.
All right, man, we are in the Priority Lounge. You already know the vibes, man. We are ending our time here in Benin. If you guys want to know how I'm getting these flights for the Lowski, make sure you hit the description. Check it out. Best travel credit card. I'm standing on it. Or you can book a consultation. I can give you the secret sauce. Pause. Huge, huge shout out to Benin and the people that, made this trip super special. But yeah, man, country number 44, man. Your boy Lord is on the way. Peace.
Touchdown in the place, destination militant. South the fast, now we in the Cape Town place. Can't find me. You can't find me. Paper out clean like my own Mercedes. We used to hand out hoodies for the free. Looking for a nurse out west. Cause everything stress in the